Hey guys, my name is Rudy and I'm coming to you from my floor. Today we're going to work on fixing the nozzle here on this Roomba M6. So, as like last time, this is actually a request that came across on how to fix your stuck nozzle. Your nozzle here that sprays water is right here, and sometimes you can get clogged. So let's get into it. You can watch a complete disassembly on my other video. I will post the link. But here's what it is. So first thing you want to do is, there's lots and lots of screws here. So we will start with the eject of the pad, which is right here. And we drop the pad. I recommend something to put your screws into, some kind of little bowl. There are lots and lots of screws on here. So first thing you're going to do, I'll go through this real quick. Actually, very first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the battery. The battery sits right here. There's two screws. So we're going to go ahead and unscrew those. That'll keep this thing from coming on or other things. It's always good to have the power off. Okay, one quick drop and the battery comes out. I am by myself here and I don't want to waste time watching me unscrew all these screws, but what you want to do is here from this side here, you want to remove this all along the front. This will come out. If you bend this, so lift this out a little bit, wiggle it out, and very, very carefully and gently kind of get it loose. Here, I'm going to back up a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. I'm going to back up my camera too. There we go. Okay. So, we're going to pull this out. Now, the one thing I didn't talk about in my last video, and we're going to put this piece on the side, is you may knock these two sensors off right here. And these two items here, there's one here on this side, and there's one here on this side, and they're stuck in the little plug. There's nothing really holding them in, so if you turn this upside down, which you will, this may come loose. So just to give you a quick note on how to put these back in, they just kind of snap in, and we will continue. So we open the door, remove the tank. Now, my nozzle is working fine, but like I said, somebody asked me to show them how to actually do some cleaning. I'm going to take this opportunity to show you how nasty mine is right now, and later on I'm going to go ahead and clean out mine as well. So first thing to keep your nozzle from getting dirty is this little filter. This little guy here, you want to make sure it's clean. You can see mine is not clean, but it will get clean. That will keep all the stuff from clogging your nozzle in the first place. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to undo the rest of the screws here. Now, this almost got me here. So you want to do the two down here, one on each side here. Work your way up. So there's 1, 2, these two right here. And you would never think, but these two. So last time I had you do a bunch of other stuff. You can leave the cover on, which is over here. That's being held by these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws here. This holds if you ever crack in your cartridge holder. But like I said, we're not working with that today, so we'll leave that alone. So for me, I'm just got mine covers now only being held on with these last 3 screws. So I'm going to pop these out real quick. Screws are a little smaller, so I'm going to put those on a different pile. So that's 1. Here's number 2. And one more makes number 3. I had to review how to take this back part off, but shouldn't be forcing anything. This thing should come right off. So we're going to put this right side up again. Open the doors. Now the little piece in here, this stays with the machine and drops down inside. So we're going to wiggle this out. I'm going to push the center part, kind of work it inward, and we'll look it out. Now you want to be very careful here. There's not many wires here, but this is almost undetachable. But here's where we worked on the switch the last time. You can see the other video on how to the button kind of got stuck. Button's been working well since then. No issues, no problems. I think that was me. Maybe I pushed it down a little too hard on it. You don't want to disconnect anything in here. All you want to do is take this out. Make this pretty easy. Now, if you hadn't seen the inside of this, it's actually very well built. Everything is waterproofed. It's actually a really good setup. So now we're going to look at the nozzle itself. Now, out here in the very front, you can see here is the water pump. It's got a hose. Let me bring this in a little closer. Yeah, you can see the water pump here. And it goes out to the sprayer, which is right back here. I don't know if you can see that. So the front piece is held on only by this tiny little screw. So what you want to do next, I'm going to make sure we can see this. So right here, right underneath this, is a little screw. You want to go ahead and remove that. It's a small silver screw. And it's definitely good to work on a floor. Definitely not carpet, to make sure that you don't drop these tiny little screws, because they're just everywhere. Now, this is the assembly part. I'm going to put this up here, I think, just to make this easier to see. Okay, so here's the fun part. You want to wiggle this out very, very gently. So you want to push slightly forward with your thumb. And you want to very carefully wiggle this out. There's two parts to this, and I'll show you this once I get it out. This and this. So this, there's a little leg that pops in here, and this screws back in. So if you don't want to lose it, you can screw it back in, or if you're good, you can keep it out. I'm going to go ahead and separate this. The screw is going to stay in there. Now, this thing is actually sealed in pretty well. I'm not sure if you use Diablo glue or if this hose is just really, really tight. I did do some of this earlier just to kind of see what this would be like. And I was able to actually loosen it from the water pump itself. So that is right over here. And what you want to do is you want to take this and very, very carefully, all plastic pieces, very carefully turn it side to side with a slight pull. If this thing is rotted, there's plenty of slack to replace it, but you want to kind of work it side to side, small movements, until it pops loose. As you can see, like I said, a little plastic piece. And now your nozzle is free. There's a couple of different ways you can do this. This is kind of disgusting here a little bit, but you can definitely blow it. You can also very carefully submerge this in some very, very mild detergent. I would definitely not put any alcohol. One of the thoughts was to maybe run, like on coffee makers, they use a little bit of vinegar to run it through, to get it out. This pump is all plastic gears. I'm not sure what that would actually do. I have been running other cleaners besides the official cleaner through here. But what I would do is, like I said, I would submerge this in. I maybe even blow it out. There's a way to attach something else to it to kind of clean it out. It's also good. I'm going to go ahead and submerge mine, actually. And then we're going to put this thing back together. I'm also going to do some cleaning. I'm going to wipe down some items. I'm going to clean the filter. And that will be part 2. If you guys have any questions on how to take this thing apart, please let me know. My channel is all about helping people. Rudolph Horak. We do stuff, and we get stuff done. I'll see you guys on the reassembly.